sir. Get that out the way. All right. Anybody want to do an introduction?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm always scared to do that.
The introduction?
Yeah, what is that?
You'll get unscared because everybody's going to do an introduction per episode. So
I feel like you're the good mediator and the person to start the topic, so that it'd be good to do an introduction. And then we just introduce our
You're
names.
not supposed to open up about this.
that's a lie. You both sell cars for a living.
I still feel like you're the one supposed to spoken out about this.
It's probably a tie between y'all two.
Sure.
I think James has me beat.
I doubt it. Speak gibberish sometimes when my thoughts get going too fast.
What is this, episode 2?
One,
This,
4, 5.
as long as this records
This a prequel.
all of it, basically, it's prequel. That's why I said.
Coming soon.
That's why I asked.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Anybody want to give it a go? Because I know I'll be all right.
To DVD
To DVD.
and CD. Alrighty. Starting this one off. This Hokage Khalid checking in. How y'all doing?
Doing all right.
Oh, I'm good. You know, Demetrius Brown here, checking in.
Are you seriously gonna go with that?
Yep.
That's what you're gonna go?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I was just playing with y'all.
Yeah, I'm just sip to that.
Because look, I was about to say I still gotta do your personal branding stuff. So
I'm just playing, man. Go ahead, start going.
this is all. What it's just rolling. We can start wherever. I can
We
just
rolling,
cut
man.
it.
My name is. That's all I got.
You are.
Hokage Khalid checking in. How y'all doing?
My name's James. Don't know if I'm gonna do the AKA thing yet. We'll see. We'll see. First thing first, how y'all doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Can't complain. Had a good day. You know, working, man. 9 to 5. Did all right though. It was a good day.
9 to 5. You work on your off day. Stop lying. What about you?
Sensational, you know. Feel good all day. Today felt like definitely a good day. You know, I get to end it with my boys. See how this go.
Fair
What
enough.
about you, we out?
I was off.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh, you was off
I was-
today. You was chilling today.
No, I was playing Warzone.
Oh, he was getting dubs.
No,
Big dubs.
no,
Big
no.
dubs.
It was a day. I'll say that. Not the best, not the worst, but
She was doing campers and stuff.
dealing with a little bit of everything. Team wasn't communicating. Kills
That'd be the
getting
worst.
stolen.
That'd be the worst.
Not to mention, after a certain point, you know, people start getting pissed off. They go quiet. Ain't nothing you can do.
What you mad for?
More of the story. There was no communication today.
At all. But before we get into this, I've always wanted to get this on camera. What made you ever want to be a part of the podcast?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I started like watching a couple different podcasts and just seeing what they had going on. And then I was just thinking to myself, like, me and my boys have these conversations like on the regular, like already. So why not start our own? Because I mean, what they can do, we definitely can do, if not better. So here we are.
Yes.
I think we just all like kind of strive off each other. Like we're very entertaining in our own way. I feel like that should be like, you know, presented to the world. You know, seeing all these different personalities come together, having a good time.
Fair enough.
Because we've been knowing each other for a minute.
A minute being
A minute, 6th grade. That's 05 when I got here from New Orleans from Katrina. I met
He's a
Diggs.
Houstonian now.
I'm not a Houstonian. I'm from New Orleans. I say cold drink. I don't say soda. But anyway, like I was saying, I think that's 05. Yeah, so I met Dez at Belmont in 6th grade in 05. And James, I think I met you like 8th grade year.
almost.
Freshman year. No, freshman year.
Freshman
That's
year,
what it
which
was.
would have been
But I was already living down the street from you in my 8th grade year though, and I was going outside
just
to
never knew.
playing basketball, and I think I ended up just stopping by y'all's house to play basketball. I said, "Can I hoop?" And y'all just said, "Yeah, I think." If I'm not mistaken, I'm not be tripping.
You should.
I think
Because
No,
I first
that
met
was
you
the
on
other cul-de-sac. Never mind.
Yeah, I first met you on the bus.
Okay.
Because, in the crazy part, this is back in '08. We ended up getting into a debate, the entire bus did, over if Lil Wayne was one of the greatest rappers alive or not.
That was a
And boys were saying, nah, Lil Wayne garbage.
Oh, you know I'm heated.
And then they started talking shit because we started talking about Drake. Because Wayne started bringing on Drake and Tyga at that point.
Drake.
And they was like, oh no, Drake trash too. Oh, but and some people like, oh yeah, I listen to Drake. Oh yeah, you listen to Drake? And then they start listening off all like the popular stuff, and then me and you start talking about the stuff that was unreleased. And I was like, oh, you on that shit too? My boy. And then the next thing, shortly after that hurricane happened. And then we was hooping outside on the street. Actually, yeah,
I think
found out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Found out we lived down the street. Hurricane happened. We was out of school for what, a week and a half, 2 weeks?
I think 2 weeks.
And we was just hooping.
And I was talking the most shit. I'm like, y'all niggas out of school for 2 weeks for this? My house was flooded. Y'all out of school for 2 weeks.
People talking.
I was talking cash money. Shit. No lie. I definitely was. That was funny.
But in all honesty,
that's a long time ago.
Look,
no, for real, bro.
He met you in 6th grade.
I met this dude.
You reminded me we played Little League football. I forgot about it. Mostly because that was the 1 year I actually got seriously injured and missed like 5 weeks. So I blocked that one out.
How did we become cool back in freshman year, bro?
We had class.
He was a bad influence. Messed up my whole first semester. Yeah, I put it on him. Mr.
PSP. Yeah, I remember that. Yes, I remember you telling me about that.
Ain't doing nothing. I wonder how he get a 12 when I get a 0. I'm like, James, when were you doing work? We was over here playing game, listening to music. Yeah. He made me nervous for the rest of my school year.
That's a lot.
At high school.
Look, we ain't gonna talk about.
I did not want to pull up to that teacher parent conference. You know what they be doing.
Neither did I. It just so happened we went into the room the same time.
I said, Mama, we ain't gotta go to this one, man. We ain't gotta go to this one.
And look, Miss Smith got to talk to both of our moms at the same time.
Miss Smith be coming in our job, bro. She got a BMW. She coming in. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, so she got the 2-for-1. Oh,
shout out to Miss Smith.
That's both
Shout out to
y'all.
Miss
They
Smith,
sit next to each other. We should talk both at the same time. And I was like, shit. Hey,
she kicked my ass in the gear.
She made me correct. She made me tighten up for sure.
I think I had my freshman year. My bad, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Bro, my freshman year, like that was my first time. Like, so for me, moving here from New Orleans, I never got a chance to really conversate with people on a friendly level. Like it was always like New Orleans versus Houston type shit. So I'm like, I'm just about to just stick to myself type shit.
I never understand why we did all that, man.
New Orleans versus Houston, Blacks versus Mexico. All this shit was dumb.
I never understand why we did
that.
That
was some wild shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I stayed to myself really, but in my freshman year, that's when I found out. We go to different classes, and they don't really check us like they did in middle school. Cause I went to Twin Creeks, so at Twin Creeks they didn't play none of that shit. If you in the hallway, boom, they getting your ass to the class, or they about to get your ass straight to EC.
Yeah.
Right. Man, right. So freshman year, bro, I said, oh damn, I can skip class. I was out of English every day, bro. I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a reverend, bro. I'm about to go to every different lunch. I'm about to just chill and just have a good time. Like, fuck high school. That's what I had on my mind my freshman year.
You English, bro. I did not take that serious at all.
Look, cause
I'm in this thing worrying about people got A's already in the first 6 weeks. I'm like, 0.
Damn.
Like, I ain't did nothing.
But to be fair, you legit didn't do shit.
I didn't do nothing.
That journal that we had to do.
That is the reason I had a 12.
Bro,
that is the reason I had a 12. Because I didn't do that shit.
I took the first 6 weeks of high school starting out. I took that class like it wasn't like I don't need
that
this.
was legit the only class I had.
This PE. This PE. That's how we took
it's like
it.
work.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
But yeah,
We got a story for that in the future. What I did in that class too.
that'll be on Patreon.
Entrepreneurship stories.
Look, can't really be talking about that.
Can't talk about it too much, but coming soon, y'all stay tuned for that.
Be on the lookout for that. But
Separate.
I can honestly say with this whole podcast thing, y'all have known me for 15 plus years.
For sure.
I have never been one to be in front of a camera. Like if I'm in a room,
But he got the brains for this stuff though.
Absolutely does.
if I'm in a room, I chop it up with you, but it's like after a couple minutes, like I don't do small talk. You can move around. Like
He got the brains.
get the fuck on. I know you want to have a real conversation, we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when I look at it, a podcast, like y'all said, is really just us chopping it up. Same shit we do anyway.
Y'all wanna know what's funny about this dude? He ain't like being in the camera. But he like putting that camera on with people. TMZ mom right here, man.
Oh, James. Hey, so y'all, we're gonna give y'all. We just giving y'all a little
Hey,
rundown.
man,
Like
y'all
how we do
stay
it.
tuned, man. We got some stories for y'all,
The
man.
paparazzi out of the group is definitely him. The camera that we recording the podcast on, guess whose camera this is?
Man.
Paparazzi James. We're gonna call him PJ for this episode.
TMZ,
PJ.
y'all missed out on the bliss.
No.
TMZ, y'all should have hired him, boy.
I will not be referenced as PJ ever again in my life. Please don't.
Gotcha.
No problem. JTP.
Okay.
James the paparazzi.
That'll work. But hey, sue me when it gets time for y'all weddings. Where do you think the funny videos are coming from?
That was tough.
I'm gonna dance at y'all wedding.
That's tough.
Man.
That's tough.
Like, especially you,
Yeah, I got some.
cause your freestyle
I got some stuff out there, y'all.
story for another time, like I said. But as somebody who never really wanted to be in the limelight, the spotlight, and the camera, eventually I had to get over that because one, I play video games and I stream, so one of the best ways to grow a channel, you have to be on the camera. And then another one of our good friends who's not here tonight, he started sending me videos, and the one major point that they made, which applies for everybody if you want to start your own business, even if it's a side hustle, the one thing is that stuff you're doing, you're already going to do it anyway. And if you enjoy it and you think you can make a business out of it, the first step to actually doing that, turn on the camera. You're going to do it anyway. And after a while, you're going to get so comfortable in front of that camera that
You gonna forget that it's on, bro.
it's not even there.
When I'm filming, when I'm streaming my Twitch, I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
I
I
have
know.
a full conversation, and I forget the cameras even on. So yeah, I agree with that for sure.
And so that would be one of the first steps. Now, everybody's not built for podcasting, streaming, certain forms of content, and that's all right. The best thing you can do, if you can't make it yourself, support. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow on Patreon, subscribe on Twitch. Content creation isn't for everybody to make it, but it's always out there. You can enjoy it. Enjoy it and support the people who do make that content, because at the end of the day, old school TV is on its way out. Like all these streaming apps, YouTube, Hulu, Netflix, all of this.
Touch of your hands, right here. You got it.
For a small fee of $9.99 a month.
On average.
Actually, if we want to talk about small fees, Twitch is $4.99 per month. Always do it on PC because they try to upcharge you if you do it on iPhone or Android. Patreon, we will. You said what?
Nothing, man. Go ahead.
On Patreon, we will disclose that later, but
Yeah, that's later on. Patreon. Yeah.
but yeah, that's a slight little backstory. To get the full backstory, like I said, Patreon is gonna be where all the good stuff is at. So y'all gonna have to be tuned for that.
Explicit.
Patreon's gonna be unfiltered, unedited. You gonna get to see like the real over there at Patreon. Plus, there's gonna be videos where we got the entire squad gonna be there. That shit gonna be hilarious. you might have to pause the video because you'll miss something with people laughing so much. I'm gonna say that. But
I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best for that day.
Right now, I think we'll do the first little Am I the A-hole post. Then we'll chop it up by something else, and then at the end, we'll do another one.
Okay.
So, question is, do we want to go with one that's a husband and wife, or the other one? Because actually, nah, we're gonna go with the one that's a husband and wife.
Okay.
Because that one, I read through it. Mm-hmm. Most dudes can relate to it, but I want to know what y'all think before telling y'all my little notes I have on it. Mm-hmm. So, here's the first one. This post is, am I the a-hole for telling my husband to stop touching me? First starts on the title.
Chad, I'm cheating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We ain't even got into the story yet. My bad, y'all. But just off that title, you know, why she tripping on her husband touching? Like, y'all supposed to be loving each other, right? My bad. Go ahead.
Hey,
thoughts on that?
Look, you ain't read it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't ready. So that was just purely reaction. I ain't gonna lie.
I can also say you ain't
I'm just
wrong.
playing, y'all. I'm just playing. Don't cheat. We don't put on that. Black men don't cheat.
So for me, my thoughts on it is I need a backstory on why she said it.
Need the details?
Yeah, I need the details, but at the same time, like in a relationship, and I ain't never been married, but in a relationship though,
that's
like
sacred, man.
if somebody's not trying to be touched, when it comes down to the woman, I mean, explain, like walk me through that, like
cheating.
Let me know what's going. Hey, he gonna play all day, y'all.
I really am.
He gonna play all day.
That's why this is where the different personalities.
Yeah, this is where we all. This is like the melting pot right here. So don't be upset with him. Don't be upset with him.
I'm sorry.
He's a good man, Savannah.
I really am.
All right, man. My bad. But yeah, I just feel like I need a little bit more. Like I'm gonna have to talk to my partner. Like, hey, what's going on? Like, what's up? Like, why do you feel like that? Like, what did I do to make you feel that way? You know. That's where I'm gonna go at with it if it's my lady. You know what I mean? That's just me how I'm operating my relationship.
What you think?
We gonna get to that at the end.
No.
Here's the reason why. Y'all can see what they can't. I've already wrote down what I think.
Oh, I got you. So yeah, this what you think? Besides.
Oh no, man. Like I said, we haven't gotten to the story yet. So yeah. I'm automatically thinking like cheating. Like I'm sorry.
I showed y'all wrong. That is my thoughts on this first one.
Just off this topic, I can't really elaborate a lot on it because, man, what did it say again?
I don't want to be touched.
Am I the a-hole for telling my husband to stop touching me?
That's your husband.
He's supposed to be your safe space.
Look, I'm gonna put this out here.
That's starting topic right there. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't wait till we get into this story because I might be wrong. It might be a reason why. So,
it's three sides to every story.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to also say this before I start reading it.
Yeah.
If our other guy, Raider, was here, shout out to Raider.
For sure.
He would, because he's absolutely told me before, he will never understand why men and women use sex as a weapon against each other, especially when you're in a marriage. Because once you're married, your body doesn't belong to you. It belongs to your spouse. Mm-hmm. So if you're denying them purely just because of spite or whatever, that's something worth looking at. I'm just going to say.
Cheat. No, I'm sorry.
But all right. The story starts off, my husband and I have a 3-month-old, and I am no longer interested in having sex. Even the idea makes me want to throw up. But, I have sex with my husband 6 times since I gave birth, and I've started to hate him a little bit every time I give in because he just doesn't get it. He doesn't even ask me. He never has, but I've never had a problem with it before, so this is normal, and I shouldn't expect much more. He'll smack my ass and try to bend me over, and it's always right after I've gotten the baby to sleep at 2 or 3 a.m. when I'm literally exhausted and right after I've taken a shower. And since I only get maybe one interrupted shower a week, it's literally infuriates me that he won't leave me alone. And after I've been able to take a shower and get clean. First thoughts after that first paragraph.
Man, I just feel like that just goes down to communication between like the husband and wife at that point. Like you gotta have a conversation with the person. Like you gotta walk them through that. Like when you have a pregnancy, like y'all are going through that together. It's not just the woman at the same time. Mm-hmm. It's the man too, trying to make sure, hey, me personally, that's how I feel about it. I'm trying to make sure you got everything that you need and make sure that you good, you taken care of, you know what I mean? So I'm really gonna ask you like, hey, so what's the beef on us doing this and that? Like I need to know, like, is this okay? Like, cause people bodies change, especially during pregnancies, bodies change. Like people like evolve, you know what I'm saying? Like people don't like to do this no more, they like to do this. Like positions change. Y'all know how it is, bro. Y'all been in relationships, bro. So, you know, that's just how I feel about it. Communication. I think communication is the answer for me. We got to communicate through that.
Des, what about you? Because I might actually weigh in on this one.
Communication, he's right. That's big time. But my thing is as well, y'all got married, y'all husband and wife for a reason. I'm not necessarily saying like sex is important, but it's obviously you enjoy that passionate moment with that person, or you would have never had a 3-month-old with him. Mm-hmm. You would have never married him.
Well, I can't say that because there's a bunch of people running around here with little 3-month-olds that they didn't ever plan to want.
I feel that, but they husband and wife, so they planned it.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? So, but like,
because at the end of that marriage, you're not supposed to say yes if that's not what you really want.
So, y'all, don't get me wrong. Sex is not everything, but it's very important in a relationship, especially as husband and wife. Because think about it. Let's say vice versa, he hits you with, I don't want to have sex with you. You're going to feel like he either doing some extra stuff or he just doesn't love you no more.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
And I'm not meaning to attack women. You know, y'all do think more emotionally, you know, but at the end of the day, and I'm not saying I do this personally, but a dude, you know, if my woman acting like that, let me not say that. Let me not say that. If a woman act like that, I feel like either she's like, don't want to do this with me no more, or she got somebody already, or she's just inviting me to go see what else is out there for me.
Now, when I first read this, that first paragraph, I'm not gonna lie, I was on her side.
I feel that.
Because I was like, damn, you just had a baby 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
If you deal with women enough or know anything about women, especially after they have kids, a lot of the time they don't feel beautiful. They don't think you think they're beautiful. They don't feel sexy, and especially if she's at home doing all the work all day, and you just come in and want some when you want it. I could understand how somebody who would be exhausted from doing that.
But also though, you know, how is he making her feel though? I wouldn't really take it off like just having a baby 3 months ago.
No, that I'm not saying that.
Yeah, it can also
different strokes for different folks.
It also can be off like, man, maybe he just like not doing what he used to do, or like just, you know, making her feel secure and sexy and wait for her to be vulnerable like that.
Was he taking care of her during the pregnancy?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying? Was he
like,
there?
You know, was he very loving and caring during that 9 months process, and then did he help out while you got a 3-month baby? Because at this point y'all both more hands on. So I mean, it's more to the story, right? But
it's 3 parts to every story. It's the husband, the wife, and the truth.
That paragraph does it's a lot of leeway with it. I want to say that.
Because that's what I was about to say. The one thing that would help him out, that would help both of them out. Him first. His objective, apparently from that first paragraph, is to be with his wife. He loves you. He wants to be with you.
Yep.
So the one thing,
and marriage is a big thing for dudes. I'm gonna let y'all know that.
It definitely is.
I know you got 30+ years old and 40 years old on their second, third marriage. Why you think they keep getting married? They want somebody to themselves.
you good.
That's just really an opinion. I'm just, you know.
You good.
Like I said, I'm the troll.
But for him, his objective is to be with his wife. If she says she's exhausted, she's been dealing with the baby the majority of the day, she's been doing stuff at the house. Mm-hmm. If you want to get to your end goal, as soon as you get home, go do the dishes or something.
Yep.
Go cook a meal.
Y'all know that. You know, women like seeing dudes clean up and cook. Should go pull out your drill. Act like you fixing the TV. Act like you putting the crib together for the baby or something.
Handy, man.
I know women loves that. What's that? Acts of service right there.
Acts of service, yeah.
It's part of one of the acts of
Love
service.
languages comes into play for that, yeah.
Ultimately, it comes down to just lighten the load for her.
Yep.
If she's having to do X, Y, and Z,
Cause she protecting home and your newborn, so
just do a few things that help her out with that.
mm-hmm.
Now for her, it sounds like you ain't told him exactly how you're feeling, and that's a problem because men cannot read your damn mind.
That too.
So the best thing, if you are feeling overburdened and overstressed and overworked, let him know, because the first thing a man is going to do, if you got an issue, if you married a grown man, not a boy in a man's body,
Yep.
he's going to figure out a way to lighten that load for you and help you out, because no man wants to see their lady stressed, especially if you're taking care of their kid.
Right.
Right.
Both of y'all got to talk. You need to start doing more, and you got to open up your mouth and actually tell them what's wrong.
But I ain't gonna lie. I don't know why she tripping about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's probably when they can see that baby. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
But see, here's where the story gets interesting.
Let's do it.
Story continues. So, like, the last time we had sex, literally 3 nights ago, I told him I need him to back off until I initiate it. The more he pushes himself on me, the more I don't want to be near him. That, and I've been having really vivid dreams about me being pregnant every single time we have sex, and it's sketching me out completely.
So hearing that,
He trying to build his empire. No, I'm just playing.
he trying to build his empire. That's funny. So me hearing that, like again, man, this is just who I am as a person, man. Like we need to sit down and walk each other through like how we feeling on that. Like, well, in this case for the wife, like she needs to sit down and like just tell her man, like, hey, this is how I'm feeling right now, and I don't know why I'm feeling like this, but I just need to let you know how I'm feeling right now. So that, like, me as your man, I can operate how I need to operate with you and work with you through that, because at the end of the day, a marriage is us working together. Yes, so for me, I'm a firm believer, the man is the provider. So if I do have, my wife later on down in the future, she wants to be at home, I'm going to do what I can to make sure that she can, of course, do that. So with that being said, you're going to need to be able to communicate with me when I get off of work, because by the time I get off of work, I might not be in the headspace to like really just read your mind like that. You got to tell me what's going on with you so I can like figure out how I'm going to like operate with you and make sure I'm giving you what you need at the same time, because I want you to know what I need, and you're going to need to know how to operate with that. So that's how I feel about it.
Me personally, and this is just a little tangent, it needs to be normalized that no matter if I can guesstimate every single move you want me to make, still say it. And this is a little free game for women. Dudes cannot always read your mind. We do not always know what's going on up there. But if you tell me directly, men think logically, she said she wants this, I'm going to do this. This is not one of those moments where she said this, but this is what she actually meant. In communication with a relationship, there should be a direct one-to-one correlation of she needs me to do this, I do this. I need her to do that, she does that. There's a great area for nuance and little things for y'all to keep the relationship interesting. But in the case like this should be a clear one-to-one. You need space because you're not feeling it. He gives you a little bit of space. No, little bit of space. Because if he gives you too much space and you just get comfortable with it,
Get used to that, and
that's when your problem's gonna creep in.
Mm-hmm.
Because while you are married, human nature is human nature. And what he been talking about all video, true, very true. Can only go so long with that. What about you? What do you think?
Just touching back on what y'all was saying, man. Y'all right, man. Communication is key. That's the biggest thing. But also, this is just my opinion. Like at the end of the day, man, dudes operate different from women.
Mm-hmm.
Women, yes, we love for y'all to speak y'all feelings and and all that. But when we got
to a degree.
So that's where I was getting to. So yes, to a degree, but like if we feel like you're like really over exaggerating something or just really tripping on something, at that time, man, I don't know about y'all, but me personally, my patience go low, and if I feel like if you're just speaking for me to hear you, but you're not also listening to what I gotta say while I'm giving you the floor, then we ain't communicating right.
It's got to be give and take on both sides, not just take.
I think a lot of women and like y'all, this is just my opinion. I think a lot of women out here is just like kind of like not necessarily brainwashed, but they all just think like, dudes ain't got feelings or dudes don't feel a certain type of way about certain things. But at the end of the day, like y'all can't just bypass a dude just kind of expressing himself, because that's what y'all want. And if y'all don't get that, you feel like you're tripping.
And even that is a double-edged sword, because a lot of times y'all want a dude to express himself, but a lot of y'all, one, aren't mature enough to receive those expressions, and two, aren't mature enough to not weaponize what he just told you.
Weaponize, or, well, same thing for what I'm about to say. Is like make you feel like, oh, this nigga's just too soft. This boy's just too soft.
Oh no, you good. We passed that 2-minute mark, man.
Yeah.
Be free. But there's a lot that could be said for this, but let me continue. You know what? I'm gonna try to get through the rest of this story so we get full context.
Go ahead.
Because I know what's around the corner.
We're breaking it down. Go ahead.
I know what's around the corner.
Yeah.
And when y'all hear it, y'all gonna think this is some bullshit. All right. So we left off. She told him she doesn't want to have sex right now because she's getting weird dreams about pregnancy, right? Mm-hmm. So she continues, but either he's a Mormon or he just doesn't give a fuck about what I have to say, because I got the baby down for a nap at 11 today. And as soon as I got up from the bed, the baby's napping on the bed, he immediately comes and says, so you're going to bend that ass over for me or what? And started smacking her ass. She said no, she has shit to do. She yelled at him and walked past him. And then he grabbed her and tried to pull her into him. And she said, that stuff can wait. And he tried to kiss her on the neck. So she told him to stop touching him. Just like yelled immediately, stop touching him. He got mortified. His pride was hurt. And he just walked out of the room after he apologized. And then he left the house. Sent a text message later saying, I'm sorry and I miss you. And just let it be what it was. But she's stuck on the fact that he literally would not stop touching her because she has no interest in sex. She hasn't been horny since the birth of the child. And she's only given in because he pushes for it. And she literally just lays there like a dead fish, so I'm not pretending to enjoy myself either. And I don't understand why I even have to repeat myself. She wants to know, is she the a-hole? Her girlfriend says she's the a-hole because prior to this, they used to have an extremely healthy sex life. Basically couldn't keep their hands off each other and were going 2-3 times a day, every day for months on end, up until they had the baby. But now she just doesn't want to be touched. What are your thoughts on that?
Me personally, it just kind of pretty much what we've been talking about during is kind of coming together now. So it's at the end of the day, man, y'all know men, gentlemen, real gentlemen out there, bro, y'all know how women operate. Y'all know how they act, bro. If you're not making them feel secure in themselves or just feeling some type of special way for themselves, they ain't gonna want to be touched. Because y'all gotta think about it. Women lead with their mind as well. If their mind ain't there, their body ain't gonna follow. So,
facts.
I feel like it's kind of going down to the nitty gritty. I feel like he just ain't, making her feel. Maybe he ain't making her feel wanted. He just want to go right down to it. That's my take.
Fair.
You gotta make sure you know what your woman wants at the same time. You gotta know what your woman wants. That's how I feel about that. Like, you really gotta have a conversation and talk to him. Like, hey, are you alright? Why do you feel this way? You gotta get down to, like he said, the nitty gritty. Like, I didn't know you felt this way. So, what do I need to do to change that?
Obviously, he ain't doing anything extra. He probably just need to start giving her some flowers randomly. Like you said, acts of service earlier, y'all. Like, do a little more around the house when you get off work, you know. Because obviously, she's focusing on the baby. And my boy.
Man, it sound like he focused on that baby at all.
Yeah, you ain't got her body right now, my boy. How you gonna get what you want if you ain't giving what she want?
And then you ain't even checking on the baby. At least put the baby to sleep.
Do y'all know how sweet it is for a woman to see y'all do little stuff? We be thinking we always gotta do big stuff, but when a woman sees you do little stuff, they appreciate you.
True that.
Now this is where I play devil's advocate.
Yeah, because he a cold piece of wood.
CPW.
She didn't include enough details in this story to tell me that he isn't doing those
You're right.
things.
You're right. That's another way I've been thinking too on that.
So the only thing we have to go on is that he's pushing and pushing and pushing that all he wants is sex.
Yeah.
Which a lot of times is unfair.
Because I'm looking at the story as like, from her point of view.
Victim.
Yeah, for her point of view, but I'm putting myself as I'm her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, he ain't making her feel secure or whatever. So that's how I kind of like just put myself. Because like you said, she didn't really go into full detail.
She didn't give enough details
so.
on it. Which is why I have a big problem with just outright saying he's not doing those things and trying to make her feel better or make the situation better for himself, because this is her point of view. And a lot of times those emotions, once they get running and get clouded, they're only, just like I said, first thing, I'm the victim. Right. This is happening to me. Right. Not this is happening because of me and the things that I'm doing as well as what they're doing. Right. And then I had to double down on the fact that her own friend said she's being an asshole.
Her friend though.
Her friend told her.
Did y'all hear that?
She's being an asshole.
Y'all know what that means? If you take context clues.
Her friend want the husband.
They secretly doing it. I'm sorry, y'all. We just took this story to a whole nother.
I wouldn't say that.
I knew that's what you was going. I knew that's what you was about to say.
I'm a troll.
I wouldn't say that, but what I'm going to say, it's adjacent to that. Women talk. And y'all tell your friend. Y'all tell your friends.
You at least tell your closest friend, like the one you're close with. Because I give it to women. They don't really tell all their business, but they tell their closest friend though. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Or put it in their close friends.
That too.
And see,
or if you like a girl that's like to be on social media, she'll use Twitter as her diary.
And see, your friend told you.
Oh, my bad. It's called X now.
X. Twitter, formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah.
And I'm the cold piece of work.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
No, he definitely is the cold piece of work.
I'm the troll.
He's the troll.
I'm the troll.
But your friend told you you're being unfair to him because y'all used to do it all the time, and then you had a baby and want him to quit cold turkey. Like, yes, I understand that process, and there's a 6-week window. So there was 6 weeks he couldn't do anything about it. But then you went and added another 18, only doing it 6 times in 18 weeks, so once every 3 weeks. And you're hiding behind the baby as a reason to not have to do that with your husband.
Girl, you better touch me.
Because this is what we were saying earlier.
Well, I'm going to do that NSYNC. Bye, bye, bye. Is that NSYNC?
That is NSYNC.
Bye, 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 bye. Yeah.
But
next thing I know that song, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Grew up watching TV.
When music was good and videos were actually videos.
Was it good though?
It got better over time, but
yeah,
different style. Different style.
Now we out here curbing on curbing. Oh, my bad.
But this is where I say in this story, they're both the a-hole.
For sure.
Because I don't have enough details to say that he wasn't doing those things. Flip side, there's no details to support that he was. So the easiest...
It's just a woman's point of view.
The easiest outcome to believe...
Sorry. I love y'all though.
Easiest outcome to believe is that they're both not doing as much as they could. he could start doing more around the house and helping with the baby more, because that will never not help him in any case.
Acts of service.
Especially because that's his kid. That's his kid. That's bonding time and time for him to grow appreciation and the kid to grow a deeper bond with him.
Because from what she explained inside of this right here, she never said he was, even picked up the baby.
Exactly.
Like, did you
just want to touch something?
Did he really want the baby? That's the next part about it.
He just trying to touch something.
And now, on the other side, like I said, she's the a-hole because if you know anything about how addictions work, if y'all are doing it all the time, that dopamine rush that he's getting constantly,
he wants that.
He wants that.
And probably when you had that baby after the first month, he had to wait because y'all got.
He's been detoxing,
so he wants that.
He literally just had that detox, and now you give him a little hit every now and again. Added to the fact that you yelling at him because you failed to express your emotions and your feelings properly, then made him feel emasculated. In your own words, with that he walked out of the house tail tucked, didn't say a word, just got embarrassed, left the house, and then later text you saying I'm sorry. You just made your husband feel like a sexual predator because you didn't want to talk to him.
Yeah.
And no man, husband, boyfriend, just talking to you, sneakily, whatever, ever wants to feel like a predator in a consensual and mutual relationship.
Right.
And you just made him feel like we out here for the look at Chris Hansen.
And I ain't gonna lie, you right. There ain't no real good detail because maybe that dude was doing stuff for the baby. Because if he was, bro, in all honesty, just from women love that too though. Because you showing so much love and care to the baby. Mm-hmm. If you showing all that love and care, boy, she might looking at you like we finna start on the second. Just, hey man, that's the service.
Love languages come in handy, bro. They really do. You really need to know your person's love language at the end of the day.
Type.
As we've said way too many times, I'm going to count how many times we've said it. Communication would have solved this entire situation.
This is the 9th time we've said communication.
Communication, all capitalized letters, is key.
What does communication look like, though?
Exclamation.
What does communication look like?
What does communication look like? Is that like we sitting down, we having a conversation like as soon as he get off of work or he tired?
That's the
worst. Let's schedule this around your off day. I want to have a conversation with you because I really need to sit down and talk about that and have some time, where the baby's not, gonna be in the way at the same time.
I just feel like the perfect time to talk about it too, especially if a dude getting off work. Get that man some time.
Let him decompress a little bit from the job. Yeah.
He's been dealing, no matter what job a dude is doing. I swear we got the weight of the world on our shoulder. When we finally get to our comfort spot, and that's home, we just need a second to decompress before you just pour it all on.
Let's see. I want to go deeper into that. So what exactly do you think communication would look like in a committed married relationship?
If I'm the man in this situation here?
Any situation. Any situation.
Okay.
Pretty much put yourself in.
Okay, so for me, communication for me is like figuring out I'm already gonna know what my wife's love language is, so I'm gonna let her know. Like communication is like, hey, I'm getting off work around this time. Like, hey, I want to do this for you. Like, you gotta make sure like you're communicating on like what we're gonna be doing. Like, me personally, I'm like a planner. Like, I want to know like, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? Like, I want to have a time period. Like, I want to have like a something set in stone because for me, my type of job, I'm in there till 9 o'clock at night sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna have to communicate. Hey, I'll be at work late tonight. Sorry, I'm not getting off. Or some days, when I'm getting off early, hey, I'm trying to, focus on giving you this a little bit of time that I have left to, get with
you. Yeah, like communication is key. Like, as women, know the right time when to say something and know when to, at the time to say it. Deal with 24 hours in a day, and you just can't pour everything that's bothering you on your mind within that day, especially while he's at work. He's already dealing with a lot of work, dealing with fellow colleagues, not saying my colleagues do something to me, but like fellow colleagues and their attitudes and their behaviors, management, all that, you know, dealing with every aspect, and customers on top of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, just communication is key. Like, you know, and as a dude, definitely, like, instead of holding it in on that side, just kind of let your woman know, man, what's on your mind so she can move accordingly.
It's crazy because a lot of us are programmed not to even like let our woman know like everything that we're going to do.
That is another good thing. I ain't gonna lie, I would love that to be a topic one day.
Yep.
Because
all right.
Just but to kind of pick up what he said, yes, like, you know, a lot of y'all run into these problems where dudes don't want to open up because women use it as a weapon or like to throw it right back in your face.
Well, and this is for me. When it comes to communication in this whole situation, truth be told, communication problems for both men and women start in childhood and parents. Because a lot of times...
But you can't weigh in on that so much, but the childhood does kind of start.
No, yeah, we'll definitely go in depth with that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, especially as men, you're taught boys don't cry.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Lift your chin up. Oh, you hurt yourself? Rub some dirt in it. Be tough. You're a boy. You're a man.
I don't lie, y'all. I don't think I cried in like 4 or 5 years. I'm due for a couple teardrops. Go ahead.
What I know, and see, this is the part I hate about me.
That's crazy.
It's really good for the soul. Not to sound sensitive or something like that, man.
It's not sensitive.
Like y'all know how like women be crying, but we know they're emotional beings. But I swear they be like, after they get done crying, they kind of like in a good mood, like within like an hour or two, right?
What it is, women are far more emotional, and tears for women is the physical expression of that pain and that emotion.
Yep.
A lot of times dudes just have to shove it down and not say nothing. Don't say nothing. Pick your chin up. Be tough. You're a man. This world doesn't care how you feel, so I'm not even going to say it. So when somebody asks me how you doing, I'm all right.
I'm good.
But then you keep forcing more and more emotions down, and the next thing you know, you're at the bottom of a bottle when somebody's barred. Somebody looks at you the wrong way. Next thing you know, it's flashing lights outside because you can fuck somebody up.
And I ain't gonna lie, ladies, y'all know y'all probably feel like dudes really just don't like to open up, but you know, there will be a time when your dude will finally open up to you because he's gonna feel like he can trust you and that he's secure with you to finally just let that wall down. That wall is strong.
It's definitely strong.
That wall is strong.
And what I will say is when he gives you that chance, because what a guy won't tell you is you got one chance.
Yep.
I'll let you in one time.
First time you throw something back in my face, that I just
if
open
you
up and
mess up
say,
that first opportunity,
that's a wrap for you.
That's a wrap
for you.
For you, baby.
Because I can honestly say, me personally, one of the first times that happened, and I actually let somebody in, and they said, "You sound like a girl, but she never heard shit from me again."
You sound like a girl.
You sound like a girl. Never heard another issue ever in my life.
Or, I ain't trying to sound soft, but if you soft, you just soft. Whoa. What did you just say? Did you just call me soft?
And right now,
that's a wrap.
And right now, the golden rate is because a dude understands that women are not the only prize. Actually, it's more. What you see on this camera right here is more of a prize than more than 70% of women out today. Because this is 30 years old, set in careers and entrepreneurship and making solid money.
No
own
kids.
Vehicles, no children, no baby mama drama.
No kids.
None of the extras. This is such a rarity to find outside of a woman who has X amount of bodies because that's supposedly a bad thing in the dating marketplace. It is if you're sloppy with it, but now you got...
So everybody got a pass. Everybody got a pass. Yeah,
right.
Everybody got
That's
a pass.
what I'm saying. If you're sloppy with it, whatever. If you meet a grown man, he go like...
I'm a little biased on that statement.
What? How's that?
Yeah.
I mean, personally, yeah, you got your pass.
We're going to bring it.
It'll be another
good
topic.
topic. I just want to
It'll be another
put a
topic.
little sample in there.
But I can honestly say...
Hold on. Get that simple in there. Go ahead real quick.
Women ain't no way some of y'all should be having all them bodies. It's a lot of soul ties. And nope, don't say, well, dudes can have all those bodies. Hey man, I'm not biased. I'm not being a double standard.
You don't have to be. It's already a double standard. There's nothing you can do.
It is a double standard, but man,
What we gonna say?
don't women let dudes get in there emotionally?
Yeah.
That'll be something we
And
have to
act
take a
certain
deep
shit.
dive.
Yeah, you are right. I'm sorry.
That'll be something
I'm
we
so
have to
ready.
take a deep dive.
I'm so ready.
But to piggyback